Hello, hello, hello. Uh-oh. It's special time tonight. Whenever you're watching this, maybe you can watch the replay. Regardless of when you're watching this, I guarantee you, you're going to get something from it. You'll get something from this special live stream on Christmas night. Or is it Happy Holidays? What is it? Where are you at? Are you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Seasons greetings type person? I know I might be surprising some of you getting on here, but that's okay. Who doesn't like surprises? Did you get all your Christmas gifts? Did you get everything you could imagine? Everything you asked Santa for? Did you get all your gifts? I'm using my favorite gift right now. Maybe you can guess what is the gift that I got. I'm using it right now. Did you get everything you asked Santa? Welcome, everybody. I hope that you have had an incredible day of life. I hope every day of life is incredible for you. That's what it's all about. That's the greatest gift. I always say the greatest gift is life. It's not a PS5. It's not a new car. It's not a fancy piece of jewelry or some sweet kicks, right? Or even a desk treadmill. It ain't any of those. That's not the greatest gift. The greatest gift is life. And without life, there could be no death. And yet a lot of us take that for granted. Just that basic thing that you woke up this morning, that you got through this day. All right. And yes, here I am with life flowing through my body, life flowing through my heart, through every cell of my body. And so do you. You have it too. And that is the greatest gift. The fact that you were given life today. Do you celebrate that? Or do you squander your life? Are you taking life for granted? Are you still living life from the past? Or are you truly able to be present here and now? Here and now. Do you really believe the past exists still? Are you carrying it around? If you are, I'm here to encourage you, hopefully inspire you that you can let go of your past, all the bad things that have happened, all the things that have hurt you, all the things that keep you up at night, right? Tossing and turning. Seems like that's the best time, huh? For all the old junk to come up, right? You already had a hard, long day, and all you wish you could have is just one good night's sleep. And you go and lay down, and you think you're just going to pass out, and next thing you know, it's like your mind wakes up and says, oh, let's talk. I got lots to say. I got lots to say all night long. Anybody? Does that connect with anybody that's watching right now? When was the last time you had an incredible night of sleep? You know how important sleep is for a high quality life? It's incredibly important. And most people are sleep deprived. Most people, this is probably going to sting a little bit, but you would have better quality sleep if you eliminated this one thing from your life. It's the one thing I eliminated over 12 years ago. That's alcohol, right? Guaranteed improved sleep if you were to kick the drink to the curb. Maybe, just maybe, now is your time to start truly looking in the mirror, looking for some solutions to your problems, and realizing that you have the answer. You have the answer to every single problem, every single frustration, every single setback, right? You have all the answers. You may not have the courage, the confidence to act on the solutions that are necessary to take that inspired action, to take inspired action in life. Who here needs a little extra self-confidence? I know I got to pick myself up every single day. I just got out of a cold shower. Guess what that does for me? Build some self-confidence. Right? I knew I wanted to get on here fresh, cleansed. Just even that, right? If you get off of like a long day's work, a lot of stress, maybe even if you're someone that like, if you cooked all day and just the gifts and you're just like, you're exhausted. Most people, we want to unwind what? With a little drink, a little smoke. But how much more refreshing would it be for you to take a shower? Like start with a little bit of cold and let it transition into the hot. And it just cleanses your whole energetic field. It literally, water is cleansing. Ingesting alcohol, ingesting smoke, not so cleansing. But yet, those things seem too simple, the healthy things. And yet we have these programs, right? By default, we got to just stick to the program. And we're hoping, wishing, waiting, and watching everything else and wondering why nothing's changing in our lives. Because pretty much the Christmas is done, right? We done with it. So we got what? A little bit more in 24. And I'm the biggest advocate. How you finish is how you start. How are you going to finish 2024? I know there's a lot of people, especially coming out of the pandemic and all that, a few years in, right? You're like, oh yeah, 24 is going to be my year. Finally, man. You're the dragon, abundance. And it's like, what? The cost of goods skyrocketed. And you could, how do you keep up? How do you keep up? You got overwhelmed. You got beat down mentally. And yet here you are, a whole nother year's gone by. A whole nother year. And what are we going to do about it? Is this your time? Are you really, really, really ready? Welcome to all of you. I like giving surprises sometimes. And I'm motivated right now because a day like today, I put in a tremendous amount of work. And that work is investing in me like I do each and every day. I practice what I preach, which is going to be something I'm going to talk about here in a few. I practice what I preach. 1% better every single day, no days off, life on life's terms. That's what's given me freedom. That's what's helped me to become more abundant. That's what's truly helped me to accomplish giving myself the greatest gift, which is to trust myself, which is self-mastery. And it's like a lot of people be like, what, man, you think you master yourself? Yes, I have figured myself out. And when I say myself, I'm talking about the subconscious self. I'm talking about the programmed self. I'm talking about the emotional, wounded man inside of me, that little boy that was all wounded, right? Lacked maturity, lacked emotional control. And I can now sit there with self-awareness. Mood shifts. Someone's insulted me. Someone's mad at me, and I don't have to lose it. I don't have to allow for a subconscious program known as a trigger to then hurt other people because I'm still carrying around wounds that I don't want to deal with, that I didn't want to look at. And the crazy thing is I didn't know what the hell these things even were. I just knew that when something happened, usually something with somebody I really, 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 really love and care about, some kind of misunderstanding, I would get triggered. And then it was like this other part of me would take over. And there I am, like a fucking little helpless bystander, and watching all this and saying, dude, stop. And I couldn't do it. I didn't have the self-control. The program had to run its course, usually leaving me in a worst case scenario, hurting people I loved, not understanding why the anger management class didn't do it, why, all the baptisms and the prayers, it didn't change the program. It didn't change the subconscious level programs, the triggers, the behavioral stuff on the inside. And so I went on a mission to say, I want results. I know that it's worth it, whatever it costs me. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, season's greetings, whatever your flavor is, man. It's just life. We're doing life. And I believe we're doing it together. And if you're hearing this message, if you hear it, right? And there's a difference between listening and hearing. You can only hear that which you understand. And so when I get on here, it's in flow. It's through divine connection that I'm channeling this message through my experiences with complete sincerity, vulnerability, to be exposed to the world. And it's to inspire. Because ultimately what I was able to do was to begin to peel back the layers, to see what was really going on underneath the surface, to heal that, to then start to reprogram, redefine who I am, and truly create. I have created the man that I always wish I had in my life. A stable, secure, strong, powerful, loving, self-aware, heart-centered, generous, kind, abundant man that's unstoppable. It's the total man. Mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, and yes, financial health. What greater gift could anybody give to themselves than to realize that if I can do it, yes, you can do it. And not only can you do it, this is your number one purpose. Not your only, it's your number one purpose on this planet. It is to truly become the highest version of who you are capable of being. It's integrating your higher self. And a lot of people are like, what is he talking about? My highest self? I'm not talking high as a kite. I'm talking about spiritually minded, aligned with the highest spiritual version of who you can be. And there's a gap right now. I guarantee it. There is a gap. Because deep down inside of you that there is something greater that you should and could be doing right now. Right now, but you chose to do the old program, didn't you? The same old thing that you did last year, the year before that, and you're still wondering, man, why doesn't it change? How come nothing's changing? How many of you go back, look at your phone, look at your pictures, go back 1 year, Christmas, and truly be honest with yourself? Comment down below the wins that you had in the past year, the things that I can help celebrate. Because see, that's the beautiful thing. When you actually put in the work and you actually start to do life on life's terms, walking down this spiritual awakening path, which is very different than religious indoctrination. Not only do you become a better version of you each and every day, but you can't help but want every single other person to do the same, because you realize, oh shit, this is what it's all about. This is what we're all supposed to be doing. And it's starting to happen little by little. People are awakening. They're realizing the sports, the entertainment, the politics, all the institutions, all the political issues, all the social issues create what? More division, more suffering, more letdown, more setbacks. And yet the greatest area for you to focus is in the mirror. Just looking in the mirror. Most of y'all don't even have the courage and the strength to do that simple thing. Because what you see in the mirror, you don't love it. I'm not sure if you hate it. But when was the last time you actually looked in the mirror at yourself with compassion, with some empathy, and said, you know what? I'm sorry. I know I keep letting you down. Let's get this right. I mean, when was the last time you really had some serious dialogue with yourself? Like, no distractions. Just having an honest conversation with you, yourself, and I, whatever you want to identify, and just looking and being honest and say, man, like, apologize to yourself for all the times you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it. For all the times you said, oh yeah, I'm going to try doing that this year, and it hasn't happened. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start working on myself. Right? After this breakup, I'm going to take some time to put some work in on myself. Oh, you know what? This other person came in, forget about it. What's the point? And then you wonder why it's the same old broken record. And that's really the humility of all this, is for you to literally just slow down. You're wondering why your life's going by so fast? It's because your mind is moving way too fast. Like, if you start to slow down your thoughts, your thinking mind, and even just your body, slow down your driving, slow down the tempo. Do you realize, think about your tempo. You're probably sitting there and you should be just relaxing, enjoying something, but instead your tempo's like, okay, when is it over? When is this over? When's the next thing? Oh, I got to do all these other 5,000 other things. And it's like, stop. The whole point of this life is to be present in the now, right now, not last year, not 10 years, not 20 years ago, and not even tomorrow or the next week or the next year. It's now. It's moving and operating from the present as continuously and consistently as possible. If you can do that, You're unstoppable. But instead, no, you got to be distracted. You got to be watching and cheering for other people, successful entertainers, athletes, like all of that energy, all of that focus. And then here's the party pooper trying to say, look, it's a waste of your time. It's something to get your mind off of. Can you just sit here? How many of you, just right there, wherever you're at right now, man, you've probably been running around with the packages and the gifts and stressing out over how much this one's going to cost you and that one's going to cost you and trying to get it wrapped and doing all that. And now it's like, now what? What was it all for? Was that even your truth? I used to stretch myself thin so much back in the day, right? Trying to keep up. Am I the only one? Did Christmas feel different this year? Is it just me? Is it just this guy talking? Did Christmas feel different? I've talked to some people and it felt different. It felt different this year. I don't know if the the whole materialism, shop till you drop, idea that we've created, this whole marketing thing. I think just like everything else, it's coming up empty for me. I don't know about you guys. That doesn't mean I didn't buy some thoughtful gifts for the people that matter to me. But I try and buy gifts all the time. It's not just once a year. And that's one of the other flaws I think that so many of us have. Is y'all just live for these peaks and these valleys throughout the year, throughout your day, throughout your week, living for the weekend. It's like, man, like every day's a day of life. Then there's no one day above the other. If you're present, what does that even mean to be present? It means to just like drop the pack, drop the stress, get into your body. Well, what does that take? I mean, it takes turning off all the noise. And we do that a lot here, right? I'll probably even do that tonight. If enough of you are down for that, we can do some breath work. We can do a body scan. Which this is stuff you should be doing daily throughout your day, doing some breath work, breathing. A lot of smokers smoke because like it's a weird form of breath work. It's very unhealthy. I've had 2 grandmas die from lung cancer because of this shit. And yet you're like, man, I can't believe a whole nother year went by. What do you have to show for it? Seriously, do you have some real success? Your success. Not, oh, well, my kid did good, or, I mean, like my cousin or my mom or my brother. No, what did you do? You, yes, you. What did you succeed at this year? Your team won. Great. What does that mean for you? What does it really mean to you? I used to be the biggest fanatic, man. And then my life came crumbling down. And I hit that rock bottom over 12 years ago. I was like a totally broken man. Right? And I knew that I had to make some really serious changes in my life. Or I knew that my chances were slim to none. I would either land up in prison or dead Or another worst case scenario, if conditional, if I didn't really take and use the sting and the pain of that situation, hitting that rock bottom, to turn my life around, to say enough of the bullshit, man. Enough. Is that what you need? Do you need that kind of pain? I was listening to something today and it was saying that people that need that type of pain, there's an issue that they got. It's not hitting me right now because I only heard it once today. Should have wrote it down. Because not everybody needs to hit the rock bottom to say, you know what, like my life's not going the right direction. I need to make some changes. There's a lot of people that can kind of self-improve on the fly. But it's this, I was this other type that's like, I literally can remember jumping off a ledge, right? Thinking I was going to hit the bottom. I hit another ledge. And then there's God whispered in my ear, go ahead, man, do it again. I jumped again, hit another ledge, jumped again, hit another ledge. He said, you keep doing that, man. You can keep doing that. But I have a plan for you. There's a purpose for your life. There's a calling on your life. And you ain't going to be able to get off the hook that easy, man. And I guarantee you, I promise you, there were many, many, many dark nights of the soul where I was very close to hitting that delete button on my life. But something would always come up and I just didn't have the fucking balls to do it, man. Something would get me through. Sometimes I would just pass out, wake up. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in this moment now, in the future, because I didn't give up. And that's why I keep getting up, even when I get knocked down. Because this life, it's not about perfection. And there's a lot of you that are like, well, and not until the stars are perfectly aligned or everything, once this works out or once my kid finishes this or that. And it's like, who in the fuck is guaranteeing you that you're going to wake up tomorrow morning? 186,000 people die every single day on this planet. Go look it up. Ooh, that's morbid. No, that's facts. That's just facts. And it ain't just because they're old. It ain't just because they're unhealthy. There's a gazillion things that are ready to take you out. But we take all that for granted. You think you have time. That's why you're wasting it. You think you have time. And this life goes by so dang quick. And mostly the reason is because you are not a master of your time. You are moving too fast in your own mind, in your own spirit, that if you could just learn to get into your body more, ground yourself, be centered on yourself, not spreading all your energy all over the world, worrying about all these other fucking things that you have no control over, versus just bringing your energy all back to you. Which, yes, people are going to say, that's selfish, that's self-righteous, that's narcissistic, that's egotistic. Like, we've created all this negativity to, I think, as a means of one final obstacle for you to slay in order to truly say the greatest purpose for your life is to become the best version of you. And the only way you're going to do that is by going all in, locking in every single day, no days off. And what does that even mean? Does that mean, oh, you quit your job, you stop being an incredible parent, you stop cooking for your kids, you stop working? Like, what does that mean? No. You're doing all that stuff already. And a lot of you are doing it exhausted. You're exhausted. And when I say exhausted, yes, you're physically exhausted, but greater than that, you're mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and even financially exhausted. So the investment that you need to make is in those areas of your life. You don't got time to just sit there and watch other people work in the form of sports and entertainment. Like, go ahead. But if you were to, could you imagine, just humor me for a minute. Could you imagine your dream life? What if the only thing holding you back from accomplishing, from realizing the most incredible life that you could imagine? And a lot of you have barriers to your own limits. That doesn't matter to me. What if the only barrier to you realizing your dream life was if you were to literally turn off and break up with your team for one season, for 2 years? They're going to keep playing. You can always check the scores. They're going to keep doing it. But how does any of that, all that time, how does that time add value to your life? Do you even realize the value equation of life? If your time is worth anything, how are you just able to give it away so freely for other people for just a little bit of highs and lows emotionally? There's literally no added value to your life. Someone else hoists up a trophy, gets a huge fucking paycheck for their years of work, playing sports. Where does that leave you? Having watched every fucking second, plus all the other shit that goes around to talk about it. Could you imagine if you literally saying, I'm breaking up with that. I don't have time for that right now. I'm not saying you don't have time for it ever again, but could you imagine if that was the only trade-off that you had to do to be able to then utilize and channel all that energy and time into investing in you, that then allowed for new thoughts, new creativity, a whole new version of you to literally come from out the ashes, come from out the gutter of suffering, that you then can literally have the clarity and the focus and now the inspiration to write how your story ends without any limitations. Could you imagine that? Holy shit, I think I know a guy that did that. Where is he? There he is. He's right there. He's talking to you right now. I turned my whole fucking life around. I have all the receipts to show this. This ain't just fucking, this ain't me just saying, oh, like, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to inspire people. All the receipts, man. You could go to my personal social media pages. You could go to the Results Kill Excuses social media pages. You could go to Airbnb and look up the receipts. 5-star freaking number, top 5% of all Airbnbs. The body, the bag, But greater than that, the mental clarity. And even greater than that is being able to find a calling, which so many people are looking, man. Everybody's like, I don't know what my purpose is. That's why I'm just kind of doing whatever the hell. And it's like, dude, I just told you, if you want to know your number one purpose, it's to become the best version of you. You can either do it peacefully, or I can promise you, God is going to continue to give you hard things to try and wake you up, to try and bring this out of you the same way I had to do it. A phoenix rising out of the ashes, right? Turning my whole life around, saying, man, I can't keep eating my emotions. I got to heal this stuff, right? Even Jesus didn't heal it for me. I'm so sorry, right? You can love Jesus. I love Jesus so much, but he did not heal my emotional state of being. He did not heal my trauma. The magic trick, the prayer, it didn't do it. And I know that's going to hurt a lot of you, which is a whole nother piece, man. That's a whole nother part of the story. Is I knocked on every door looking for solutions. Nothing was going to stop me from getting results. What is the result I wanted? I wanted to trust myself. I was there in therapy, fucking crying, like freaking out with my therapist for years, saying, man, I don't understand this. Why do I feel like there's this volcanic lava underneath the surface of me? And yet I'm going to church, I'm praying, I'm preaching the word, I'm doing all this stuff. And so like for most of the day, I'm feeling good, but then something happens behind the closed doors and I get triggered and this whole nother version that I have no control over comes out. And what does it do? Wreaks havoc, leaves everyone else feeling emotionally unsafe. And I figured out what was going on. I've healed my emotional wounds. And it does take forgiveness. And it does take a relationship with God, right? Jesus is the Savior. He'll get you to heaven, but he's not going to fix your emotional state of being. It doesn't work like that. And one of the things, and that's the experience that I have. That's why I keep getting on here, is because so many people that I know are suffering in the midst of a church. They're still suffering. I was doing the same. And then it's just like, you write it off. Oh, well, no one's perfect. We're all sinners. It's more than just sin, man. There's a lot of suffering. If you can't disconnect from addictions, right, then you don't have any self-control. And the reason why you even have addictions is because it's an emotional thing. It's trauma. It's unhealed trauma. When you feel uncomfortable, emotionally speaking, you have trained yourself to have a relief, and you want quick relief, and you want instant relief, even though it's only temporary relief, because that's why you keep going back to it. That's why you keep going back to it. But the interesting thing is, how come you keep going back to Jesus, those of you that are a part of that, and how come that's not getting it fixed? Why does the other hidden stuff like still linger? And I know there's all that guilt, shame that's there. I experienced that. One of the wildest things is when I was heavily active within the Christian church, I was probably one of the most judgmental versions of myself. And everyone around me was the same. They were so overwhelmed by sin, no one's perfect. And, and it's like, wait, there's a mystery to all this. There's a mystery to it all, even the Christmas. Right? I'm watching some dude talking about, and even in the Bible, it talks about Mary, the virgin birth happening in the 6th month. And if you add 9, that's February. That's not December. So there's a lot of things that We believe, but we don't even know why we're believing it. We know it because someone told us it. And a lot of us are lazy. You're lazy because you just believe whatever the hell someone tells you. And that's dangerous because if someone can talk you into something, someone can talk you out. And a lot of times you talk yourself in and you talk yourself out. You're your own worst enemy. The other thing that I experience a lot, and I love Jesus. I know Jesus. I've read through the Bible lots. I spent a lot of time reading through the Bible. I know Jesus so well. And I used to make a lot of men in church very, very uncomfortable because I knew Jesus so well. And the thing that surprises me ever since I started putting out my content here, the most rude, disrespectful, kind of nasty people that comment are people that represent Christianity. Why is that? Who's being taught that the way that you advocate for Jesus is to like just guilt shame a total unbeknownst person? Like that's what example did Jesus give? Has anybody ever heard the story of the woman that was caught in adultery? And there was all these Pharisees, right? They were the religious leaders, which that's what a lot of Christians come across as now. It's all legalistic shit. And so all these religious and the hierarchy of the community were standing there, right, ready to condemn this woman that had been caught in adultery. And Jesus popped in and they asked him, right, this woman's been caught in adultery, right? The word of God says we should stone her. And what does he say? He says, okay, let me grab the first stone, man. Let me bash her head in first. I'm going to take the first shot. What does he say? What is Jesus's example? How did he treat a woman caught in adultery? And how did he treat all these judges, these critics, right? All these people that wanted to condemn this woman? How did he treat her? How did he handle that situation? If you're a Christian, how are you handling the situations of this world? How do you represent Jesus? Because what Jesus said is, lest any of you be without sin, let him be the first to cast the stone. If any of you is innocent, go ahead, man. It's all yours. Go ahead and do it. Be the jury and the judge right now. He led by loving people. Not by like, just like this, like these rants. Like, why have even Christians grown so cold in just unconditional love? Like, you ain't got to be the one to change nobody. You don't have to change a person that's a sinner because you're a sinner. Change yourself. Here it is again. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Here it is. Look in the mirror. You're a Christian. You got nothing to worry about. What anybody else is doing, just look in the mirror. That's all God wants you to do. That's all Jesus needs you to do, is to look in the mirror and become the best version of you. And this actually did happen to me. I was so caught up in all these men's Bible studies, and it's like saber rattling, right? We would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, there'd be some prayer, and then guys would be confessing sins and trying to get some scriptural support. And then it was like saber rattling of like, who was the most theologian of all? Like, who knew the word the best? And God just told me one day, man, he's like, don't get caught up in that. Quit trying to worry about that. Don't try to remember all the addresses. And, when I say address, I'm talking about all the scriptures. He said, don't worry about all that. Even though I had read through it Like I'd wash my mind in the Bible forward, backwards, inside out. I know it very well. He said, don't worry about that. He's like, don't worry about memorizing the word. He said, go be it. Go be it. And what is it? What is this? What is the totality of the Bible? What does God say? The greatest commandment, to treat your neighbor as yourself. But here's the thing. This is the truth. You treat yourself like shit. You lie to yourself. You lie to everyone else. How do I know this? Because this is what I was doing. This is what changed me. I was tired of bullshitting myself. I was tired of wearing masks. I was tired of all that shit. So the reason why you can't register that alone is to treat your neighbor as yourself is like, you don't take care of yourself. Look in the fucking mirror. You can't. You hate yourself. Your self-talk, even with Jesus on every weekend rotation, it's not enough to change your self-image, your self-talk, the discipline to not overeat, to take care of this vessel. Oh, that's body shaming and all this stuff. It's like, no, man, that's called not having discipline. And the reason why you have an eating disorder is because of an emotional issue. It's emotional. But we don't want to go there, huh? Right. I'm grateful, man. Thank you so much to everybody that's listening in here. Sometimes I get I know that the audience with Results Kill Excuses, I love you guys so much, and gals. But this is probably one of those areas that, I don't know, man. It's like there's mystery to it all. And I haven't really talked a lot about this part. But it was on my heart to do it today because some guy came in the comments earlier and he just started like bashing me about like, oh man, just like this whole like preaching. He was preaching at me. And I said, hey, bro, you're welcome to preach here. Thanks. But what you're saying, I just hope is what you've practiced. And I already I just shined the light on, bro. I just hope that you're practicing it because you're throwing stones at me without knowing me. And it's just like Jesus, there was 3 encounters that Jesus had with women. And I did a Bible study back in the day and man, it wrecked because I did it with men. It was 3 encounters he had with women. One of them was the woman caught in adultery. The other was a woman who was known to be a prostitute. And she was so remorsed with her life that Jesus was sitting and eating in some bigwig's house, right? And this woman comes in with this alabaster of like the finest perfume, crying in tears, guilt and shame, just broken as a human. And she goes to Jesus and literally washes his feet with her hair. And all of the other dudes in the room were just snarling at him. Oh, look at Jesus. If he only knew what that woman has done, and he's allowing her to touch him when he already knew all these dudes had already fucked her. Like, excuse my French, but how did these dudes know her? Because they had been with her. She was the town prostitute. But there she was with her hair and giving all she had to purchase this perfume to anoint him. And everyone's just sitting there judging. That's like how Christians are now. That's what most of you Christians are doing. And if anybody's been tuning in just to Results Kill Excuses, like, dude, if you look at the vibrational chart, I can pull it up here, right? One of the biggest things to getting into the higher vibrational frequencies is to become neutral. No more judging. There are studies that show that if you literally look at somebody, like if you're scrolling social media and you see somebody and like they're unhealthy and you start judging them, oh, look at that fat ass or whatever it is. by just that energy exchange that you have in your mind, there's studies that show your metabolism slows down. Like, that's real talk. And so to be beyond judgment is something I work on every single day. But this is the totality of my life right now. I just I love this so much. And not only am I working on me, practicing what I'm preaching, I'm trying to inspire many, 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 as many others to do the same, because I'm no better than you. I'm not going to heal you. I'm not going to save you. That's not me. I'm just trying to be an example to show you the way, to say, look, you've got everything you need inside of you. Can you take off these distractions, find some courage to look in the mirror, to look within, slow yourself down, slow down. Even right now, I need to slow down. If you're listening to this, you're stressed. Breathing, man. We all just need to breathe. Slow down. There was this other encounter Jesus had. This woman was drawing water at the well, and it was in midday. That's not when women would draw. Back in the days, they wouldn't draw the water in the midday. They would do it early morning or late night. She was there, and he knew why she was there, because, right, she was a woman that had been married multiple times, and the guy she was with, she was out of marriage. And so it was her way of avoiding people. And yet there he was. Did he judge her, condemn her? No, he knew the truth about her, which totally shocked her, and it transformed her life. But it wasn't judgment, man. It wasn't like, you're a piece of shit. You're a sinner. You're a terrible person. You need more Jesus. People don't need more Jesus. They need less judgment. The other J word. You got plenty of Jesus. I'm almost positive you got plenty of Jesus. You just need to become Jesus. Jesus said that you will do greater things than him. How many of you are doing greater things than what Jesus did? Oh man, that's come on now. It takes belief, but it also takes going down this spiritual awakening journey, which I'm not preaching Christianity here, because again, that's not what it's about. There's another aspect to it, which is the emotional healing, the spiritual awakening. And there's a mystery to all of this spiritualism, this religion all over the world. There's mystery to it, and things are unfolding like never before. So I don't want to have the debate about who's right and who's wrong. Again, I'm neutral. I just want to see people investing in themselves, knowing that will be the greatest return on your investment, the greatest use of your time. It's going, man, like even if it's just going to therapy, starting an exercise routine, getting a gym membership, downloading the Results Kill Excuses app and doing some of the first 5 coursework, which in tomorrow's video, whenever you're watching this, one of the things that I realized, if you are somebody that has downloaded that Results Kill Excuses app, it's not just about the coursework, it's about the community. I truly do believe that those of you that are attracted to this message and are hearing what I'm saying, it's resonating deep. Whether it's on this platform or other platform, people are like, I really hear what you're saying, man. It's connecting with me. The reason for that is because I truly do believe that this is how we are starting to evolve and connect our soul tribes. What does that even mean? What does soul tribes mean? I mean, that transcends friends, hey, family, soul tribes, man. This is like the next level shit, which is something that I really will be leading here because it's like dawned on me. I'm like, wait, that's what's happening. This is us connecting our soul tribes all over the world. People all over the world have come out of this hermit mode, have had these tower moments, have been in the wilderness, have been connecting with God, connecting straight to God, right? And yet it makes perfect sense now that it's like, wait, this is us coming together. We're reuniting. The reunion of soul tribes is happening right now on this planet. And it's a beautiful thing. So if you're on the app, one of the big asks is for you to start engaging in the community section because those people are our family. We're a soul tribe. And I cannot wait to like, whoa, man, what this team is about to do. Oh, man. The Banff Warriors? Are you kidding? It's all heart, man. It's all soul. It's an incredible collective. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this. And so I do want to highly encourage you if you're in the app. I've put out a video. I'll probably do one tomorrow asking you, record a video on your phone, post it unlisted to your YouTube channel, and then post the link in the community section. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of magic that's about to happen as we start to like realize that we ain't there. The people there is not an accident. You already know this. There's no coincidence. Those that have felt compelled to sign up, download, and to start doing the work, it's going to be really special moving forward. Really special. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of you. And I know that I'm just, I'm glad you woke up to go pee too, man. Your bed would have been a little not so comfortable. Yeah, surprises. Surprise talk. And I'm grateful for everyone that's hearing me. And even if you go back 3 years, man, I was carrying around a lot of anger. I was coming out of a ending of a really I don't know, a hard breakup, a real hard one, deep breakup that needed to break me off so that I could truly do the work. And that's what I did. Even after that, I did the work. I didn't jump into more relationships. I said, nah, man, I gotta get this right. There's still work to be done. 1% every day. And so, yeah, this is the example. Right? There's no days off. Like if you're looking for holidays, if you just can't wait for the weekend and stuff, it's like you're missing the point. And the example I give you is this. If you're someone that's like, dude, you don't understand how hard I work every day. Well, here's the thing. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but it's like if you have a physically demanding job, that job is going to beat your ass down. You need to be training in addition to that because training builds your body up. It strengthens you so that when you get under that level of pressure, you don't break down. You can handle it. But a lot of you are like, man, my work is already enough. It's not. Your work is just beating you down and breaking you down. Going into and working out, exercising, especially with weights, right, is essential. It's essential. And the facts are the three most important things for longevity in life, heart health, right? And that's the number one killer. Lung health, that's right up there too. You have your basically of heart disease and cancer. So heart health, lung health, and muscle retention, because you lose muscle every single year if you're not doing anything to offset that loss. And then you wonder why so many people become immobilized. It's because like y'all just said, I don't need it. It's like bullshit. You need it. You need it more than it needs you. You need it so bad. And if you're someone that has like that achy body, it's because you're not built keeping strong and moving, right? A body in motion stays in motion. But if you just are just kind of working, either even if it's just an office job, like you're gonna start to shrink. You're gonna start to like stiffen up. And this is all what this is about. And it's gonna be beautiful. Because right now the community is being built out. Soon we'll be connecting in person. We'll be creating opportunities for us to connect, collaborate, go outdoors, nature. I think that's a part of this collective, because I mean, that's my heart, man. It's like getting outdoors, being out in nature, getting into hot water, getting into cold water, doing some hikes, camping, exploring, all this fun stuff. There's going to be opportunities for us to kind of connect, right? Have these moments where we can sequester ourselves and like just do some deeper diving, work to really install some of these new programs that we need to work on. So again, I love all you guys. I appreciate you. I think you already know I could talk all night, but if any of you, there's a pretty good number of people on here right now, I would be open to doing like a little breathwork body scan, because I think not only if you're watching it now or if you're watching on replay, this is so important right now, is learning how to slow down. Slow down. We're wondering why things are moving so fast, and it's because you're on that rat race. The rat race. And we forget that the key to true like enlightenment is to just be present. It's just being present. And in being present, the thinking mind can rest. The body needs to be observed. That's something that's very important, is for us to really honor and observe our bodies, which I think so many of us have a hard time with. Right? That's why we're constantly like just vegging out or checking out and just constantly needing these distractions, because man, for you to just like sit there and be like, let me just check in with myself. How am I doing right now? How are you doing? I love you so much, right? Oh no, I don't have what, that's weird. Why would I do that? Oh, no. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, I don't know why. Why would you want to care for your body, this sacred vessel that has all the answers to your problems? It's carrying around all those aches and pains are indicators of things that are out of alignment. Right? Where the tension is, right? Where the resistance comes up, where the pain points are. It's all, our bodies are, this is the history, right? This is the history book of your life, is the condition of your body. Right? What you ate today is how you're going to feel tomorrow. And so to be more mindful that this body, it can take a beating, man. But if you can avoid some of that by just checking in, I think that's a good thing. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. If you need to drop off, drop off. If you want to participate in this breath work exercise, we'll do that now for the closing of this talk. Again, thank you for everyone that's joined me on this special live stream. I don't mean any offense in the things I say. I'm working on, as I see 10:10 on my clock, Mountain Standard Time. I'm really trying to hold that space of loving people no matter how they're coming at me. It's a powerful thing. And that doesn't mean that you're going to you don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Trust me. Many have done it in the past and it didn't bode well for them. It's kindness. It's not weakness, which is also probably another thing of Jesus. He was what they call meek. He didn't have to flex, nor do I. Let's clear. Oh. So if you can, just give yourself an opportunity to just hold your body, touch your body. Usually the best touch points is in your heart center and even down in your abdomen. And we want to just allow ourselves to breathe freely in through our nose and out through our mouth, just connecting with that life force energy that's all around us. In through our nose and out through our mouth. Just keep breathing, just natural. Not putting a whole lot of thought into it, but just focusing in on the breath. Allow your breath to be the most sacred part of your body right now as it brings in that life force energy. And you can hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And just go back in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you connect with these breaths, I want you to just allow for the chapter on the major holiday seasons to close. The stress, the hustle, the bustle, the shopping, the running around, the gifting, whether it's fully completed or not, I want you to just allow that chapter to close in your mind, in your body, that you are now on the other side of that season, that this is a fresh moment, and that anything that wasn't done or you wish could have been done differently, it's gone. Release it. Let it go. Let all that go. What we'll do here in a moment is we'll take in some deeper breaths in through our nose. And we'll hold. And as you hold, not yet, but just as you hold, I want you to focus in on your third eye. But in this moment, I want you to set an intention. I want you to give yourself an intention for the next several days as we move into a new year. I want you to really give yourself a mantra that's going to allow you to finish this year strong. And so I want you to just be thinking on what your intention can be for the next week. That'll give you some inspiration and some motivation and some personal accountability to do something where you can feel successful, where you can feel accomplished. And I want you to visualize yourself as you're just still breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to visualize yourself, even if you've never run a race. We've all seen someone that wins that race. I want you to see yourself sprinting through the finish line of this year as I see 111 on the timer. I want you to see yourself in a full-blown, all-out sprint. And you see that banner. And I want you to see yourself breaking through that banner from this year to the next and allowing for that momentum to propel you to even greater and greater and greater successes in the year to come. I want you to allow yourself permission to let go of any guilt, of any regrets, of any disappointments from this year. Anything that's weighing you down. And right now is going to be a good time for you to just check in with your body as we continue breathing. I want you to visualize finishing the race, but I also want you to begin a scan throughout your body, starting with the top of your head, down the side of your face, your ears, your forehead, your eyes, just searching for any discomforts, just anything that's there. Just be scanning your face, your nose, your cheeks, your chin, maybe even like smile. We need to practice smiling a lot more and really allowing for our joy to rise in this new year and this new day. Smile. Give yourself a big smile. Continue scanning down through your throat. Maybe even swallow just to check in there and just see if just monitoring and scanning for any discomforts as a means of just slowing down, to just be this slow, this present, knowing that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That you have the power to become the master of your time. Everything is perfect in this moment as you continue scanning down into your chest and your shoulders, going down into your back, through your spine, into your stomach and your abdominal, just checking, is there any pain? Is there any discomfort? And you're just sending love to all these areas of your body. You're giving thanks, realizing that there's a lot of times that you really don't give thanks for the beautiful heart that beats, the lungs that breathe, the digestive tract with your stomach that processes all that you feed yourself. continuously, day and night, night and day, we just give thanks for all our organs, all of our vitals. We continue to scan down into our groin and our buttocks and our hips, just giving thanks for all of our cells, all of our body, all of our muscles, all the tendons, all the veins. We scan down through our legs, our femur, our thighs, your knees, down through your shin, your calves, into your ankles and your feet. And if you're sitting down, maybe you're going to wiggle your feet and move your ankles around and your toes. Just give thanks for your feet. If you're still fortunate to be mobile, able to walk unassisted, you give thanks for your body. You tell your body that this year you're going to make your body stronger than ever before. And even if that's hard to believe, you can make it stronger than it's ever been today. Today is the only day that matters. And knowing that you have the power in you to become 1% better today than you ever have before. As we just complete this body scan, we just give thanks for our entire body. We give thanks and send love and vitality to everyone that's here present with us as we are a collective. We're given this opportunity to share these moments collectively in the oneness of all creation. See if you can't slow yourself down enough to even just check in with that beautiful heart. That heart that's endured so much pain, so much agony, and yet it just continues to beat. Send your heart some thoughts of love. Ask your heart to remain open, to remain loving no matter what, to be strong, to be kind, to be generous, to be thoughtful. Just send your heart as much love as you can. And as you're sending your heart love, I want you to double that love. I want you to send it that double dose of love. And I want you to now quadruple that love. Send your heart even more love than ever before. Then I want you to 10x that love. Keep sending your heart even more love. It should be warming you up. It should be bringing joy and happiness to you. And I want you to go 10 times more, 100 times the love sent to your heart. Allow that love to be felt like a warm, fluffy blanket straight out of a dryer, just radiating throughout your body. That magnetic, attractive heart just beating rhythmically, strong, bold, courageous. It carries so much of what you need, and it represents the true essence of who you are. And in this moment, we're going to go back into our intention. I want you to be thinking on that intention. I want you to place that intention right here at your third eye. And I want you to envision it so clear, so brilliant, so bright. We'll call that light the light of a diamond shining in your third eye. I want you to set your intention. And as we take in this first deep breath in through our nose, take it in, and even at the top, go in a little bit deeper. And I want you to hold. And as you're looking at that diamond light in your third eye, I want you to envision yourself running through the finish line of this year, busting through that banner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. And as you're exhaling, I want you to even pull your stomach muscles in and make sure all the oxygen is out. Release all that life force energy, share it with the world. And go ahead and relax. Let's take one reset breath in through your nose and gently out through your mouth. As you exhale, I want you to take in another deep breath again, seeking that diamond light in your third eye, visualizing you winning the race of this year. Take in that deep breath and hold that vision. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hold it, 2, 1, release. Let it all go. Feel that victory. Feel the abundance. Feel your success. Feel your winning streak starting right now as you take one reset breath in through your nose, gently, and out through your mouth. Exhale. And let's take in one more deep breath. Take it all the way in and a little more at the top. And hold, seeing that diamond light getting even brighter and brighter as you're running through that finish line. Faster than ever before, stronger than ever before. You are unstoppable. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hold it. 2, 1. Release. Exhale. The feeling of being a champion, of being the best version of you. Your victory is here. Your victory is now. Your winning streak has begun. If you need to, you can just go ahead and stretch and relax. Allow your body to just release any tension that's come up. Again, I just want to thank all of you that have been a part of this. I'm telling you, lock in. I know that those of you that are hearing this start to really seek and visualize the fact that this is not an accident. This is what I truly do believe is our soul tribe assembling. We are coming together so that we can rise in this time to make this world a better place. But it starts by making ourselves the best version of ourselves here and now, 1% every single day. Thank you again so much for all your support, sharing the message, subscribing, download the app. And you always know, if you need someone to talk to, I am here for you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to be a resource for you, a sounding board for you. If you need more than that, seek that out too. Whatever it takes. No excuses, because you know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Greg's out.